Hi guys, welcome back. So I've got my spinach here that I had made with a quarter of a cup of butter, 4 cloves of garlic that's been minced, a cup of heavy cream, and I also put in some bacon bits. It's not real bacon. It's bacon bits. It's applewood smoked flavored little pieces. So I like the little crunch and the smokiness, so I'm going to add just a little bit more bacon bits. Also, I added some ground nutmeg. Just really brings out the flavor of everything, and it gives it that warm, just overall, with the cream and cheese, it's just like eating lasagna. That's my best way I can describe it. So Brian came back with the cream of mushroom soup. I'm going to add to it. I just want more cream, and I don't want to add any more heavy cream. So we're going to try, I'm going to put my fire back on, and I'm going to put it on low and kind of mix around this ingredients that I put in there. Very good. So now I'm going to add this soup. Get my little magic tool here. I'm just so excited about this because I love pumpkin pie. Everybody here loves pumpkin pie, and I'll probably end up making that too in one of these videos. But I wanted to do something a little outside the box and maybe not so common recipe using pumpkin. So I think pumpkin pie is everybody's go-to, which is good. You know, it's traditional, which is awesome. I'm going to make a pumpkin pie, but I really wanted to do something different. And this to me, you know, as a hot dish using pumpkin and spinach, I think it's a good combination. I'm going to mix this around. And this spoon is not very good for mixing. I like a hard, I'm going to switch here to a wooden spoon because that'll mix up really, really nice. And let you see what's going on too. So I'm just going to mix this cream of mushroom soup in and let it get all heated through. And then we're going to work on our pumpkin. Okay, so here's this part. God, it smells good, you guys. I hope you guys try this at home. And you can smell all the amazing smells of the nutmeg, of the smoked bacon bits, and just that butter and cream. Oh, and I'm going to add some provolone cheese as well. I'm really going out on this dish, I think. So there we go. We got our cream of mushroom soup in there, and I got it under low heat. Now, you're just going to follow me around this way. So you guys can still see me over here. I've got so I have 3 slices of provolone cheese right here, and I'm gonna slice it up, and I'm gonna put it inside and melt it down with the rest of stuff, with all the cream and Parmesan cheese that's already in there. I wanted to add a little more cheese, but I don't want to add too much cheese. That's why I only got like 3 slices of provolone. I got them sliced up really thin. So I want them to melt fairly easy in the pan, so I'll just make them kind of thin. There we go. There we go. You can add more or less to your liking. I just try to proportion it to the size or how much of the stuff I have. It's all stringy. It's like string cheese. So there's our provolone, and I'm just going to mix it around until it melts. There's a lot in this little pan. I mean, there is, but there isn't. There's 1 cup of heavy cream, 1/4 cup of butter, let's say 2 pounds of spinach, fresh frozen spinach, a cup and a half of Parmesan, and 4 cloves of garlic, and a dash of nutmeg and a little sprinkles of that bacon bits. But honestly, those bacon bits are kind of cooked in now to give it some smoky flavor. I put in 3 slices of sliced up provolone. So, oh my goodness, it's almost, I'm going to give you a look here. It's almost melted. I just got to keep turning it. Look at that. So you can still see the slices of provolone here and there. And I'm just going to keep turning it and turning it. I'm not going to give up on this thing. This thing, I've worked really hard on this. I worked really hard on this, so I'm going to make it work. So all I got to wait for is this cheese to melt into our mixture here, and then we can get started on our pumpkin. You know, I suppose you could put a lid on this to help it melt a little bit faster, but I don't want it to stick on the bottom any more than it has. It's not too bad. Look how cheesy and gooey and creamy this is. Oh. And I didn't add any salt, and this is for the reasons of there's a lot of cheese in here, which has salt, by the way. So yeah, just with that being said, with the cheese has salt in it, but you could add a little salt or a lot of salt, whatever you want to do. But I didn't want to add any more. I think that is enough. So it's creamy, it's rich, and it's so flavorful. Okay, and I think our cheese is pretty much melted. I'm just going to stir it up a little bit more. There we go. Nice and melted. So I can turn off the heat and the bottom won't burn while we're doing our pumpkin. There we go. I'm wondering if you can see me better over here. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. Let's move all this stuff aside. I got my heavy cream here. Okay. So here's our pumpkin. And I wonder if I could place you any closer, but no, maybe I can. Oh, now you can't see the pumpkin. Well, this is down as far as it'll go, I do believe. Yeah, it's down as far as it'll go. So I will just put you back right here. There. Now you can see what's going on. Here's our miniature pumpkin. It's still warm to the touch. It takes a while to cool down. So I'm going to just cut the top here. So enough I can stick my hand in there with a spoon. Oh, so I feel like I didn't even really. So I'm just going to cut around here to get it opening, right? And then I'm going to get a big spoon. Get out all the seeds and the stuff that we don't want. You can see that there. You can see all the seeds and stuff that's in there. I'm just going to get it out, spoon it out, and throw it in the trash here. Let's see if that'll go. Whoops. So there it goes. Some things are in my way. I just got to get rid of it. A lot of seeds and stringy stuff. I didn't want to keep this in there. We just want the meat of the pumpkin. Now I think I made too much spinach, but hey, no such thing, because leftovers are good. Also, this pumpkin doesn't hold a lot. I thought maybe it would hold a lot more, depending on how much of this I get out of here. So I don't want to get rid of all the meat of the pumpkin, but this, you can see right here, see how well I cleaned that out? What you could do, you could spray some butter in there, olive oil, you could, you know, salt it if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that because this cream of spinach has plenty of butter, plenty of garlic, plenty of everything. Right? So I'm going to set this down. And this is just so cute. You know, instead of making a jack-o'-lantern, I'm just making a spinach pumpkin. It's so fun. Okay, I've got my pan here. And I don't want to burn the counter, so I'll use that. Okay, so I'm going to start spooning in all this delicious cream spinach. Look at that. Gooey, gooey cheese. I don't want to touch it, but at the same time I do. It's so good. Like that nutmeg is just going to kick it off with all these fall flavors. Butter, cream, cheese, and pumpkin and spinach. Hopefully, if you have kiddos, this will kick it off for them. They'll just love it. Especially with the nutmeg. You got the hint of nutmeg in there. And all the cheese. And I think I'll put some more bacon bits on top of it when it's done. So I pretty much got this topped off. And I have a little leftover spinach here, which is okay. Because when I dish and plate these out, if somebody wants more spinach, we have more. But look at that. I'm a firm believer in you should make more than enough than not enough. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful white pumpkin with green cream spinach inside. Oh my goodness. Look at that. See all the creamy goodness in there? That's a close-up, people. Okay. So, I had this in the microwave, but I'm going to put it in the oven. Hence, Evelyn's oven, right? The oven's going to be useful. Here we go. I'm going to put it on the bottom because I don't want it to brown too much on top right away. And you know what? I want to put some foil to protect, because it does kind of leak out a little bit. Put some foil in there. I really like the foil that you can just grab and they're already portioned out. This will work. We'll use what we have. Come on down. Okay. So this is our little pan. And I'm just going to line it with foil. Just line it with foil. Throw this away. So another great tip, I don't know if you guys know or not, but there's two sides to foil. There's a shiny side. There's a shiny side right here. And this side is less shiny. It's more of a dull shine. You want your food on the dull shine. You don't want it on the high shine because of the chemicals that they use. So this is the one, the side you want your food to touch. There's my tip for the day. Okay, I'm going to stick this in here. Since the pumpkin is done and the cream spinach is done, we're just going to make it done together. So I'm talking maybe 10 to 15 minutes. We don't need it in there too long, but just long enough for everything to kind of, so all the flavors from the cream spinach go out into the pumpkin. That's what we want. So I'm going to do 15 minutes. And I'm going to put on conventional bake, 350 for 15 minutes, and it's starting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for a minute and we're going to come back. When I come back, we're going to plate this up and give it a taste. And I bet you, oh God, you're going to love it. I'm going to love it. Hi guys, welcome back. My pumpkin is done. So here it is. And this is still kind of hot. Not too bad. Let me bring it to you. So this is what the pumpkin looks like after being in the oven for 15 minutes. The top's got a little bit of a crust on it, broiled crust. So you can see on the top how it's kind of browned a little bit. So it's perfectly done. Now I'm going to cut it. Got my handy dandy knife here. I'm going to cut it in 4 ways. There's 4 of us. So there goes one side. Turn it around. And cut the other side down the middle. Whew, hot. I don't know if you can see the steam coming off this, but it's definitely hot. I didn't waste no time letting it sit. So I'm going to get a big spoon or spatula to get these pieces. I wonder what would work better here. I think this big old spoon and this fork or spoon, well, little spoon will work. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Hot, creamy spinach on top of pumpkin. That just looks amazing. And it's nice and steaming. Feel that steam, and you got the creaminess there, and you've got a little bit of brownness on top there. And I'm just gonna add a little more bacon bits for the crunchiness on top. I'm gonna do that right now. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so excited. It's fall time. These are fall foods and more crunchiness on top. You know, you could do crunchy onion on top as well, because I didn't add no onions to this. Oh gosh. Ooh, look at that. So I'm going to try it with the crunchy bacon bits on there. I really want to try it with the pumpkin. I tried it without the pumpkin. Now I got to try it with the pumpkin. Oh, look at that. Pumpkin on this side, cream and cheesy spinach on this side. Add a little bacon bit in there. I just don't want to burn myself. It's so good. Here we go. Not yet. Mmm. So the creamy spinach on top of the pumpkin, oh gosh, they just go so well together. I am so glad and happy that I tried this. You guys are going to have to try it. This is the first time that I mixed spinach and pumpkin together. You've got to try it. It is so, so good. Mmm. If I can't stop eating it, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. Oh, happy fall, you guys. This is so good. Mmm. Real quick. I know I've got a little spinach on my chin and my mouth here. I'm going to try a little bit of the crunchy onion and see how that tastes. So here's some crispy store-bought French fried onions. I'm just going to add a little bit. So if you love onions is your thing, then you can definitely try this. Oh, wow. There we go. Get a good bite of this here. Mmm. You guys are going to have to try this. Warm, savory, and you can taste the hint of the nutmeg in there. Ooh. All right, guys. I'm going to plate the rest of these up. And once more, I'm going to plate one more up for my family. So this size really did well with just the 4 of us. Those huge pumpkins I have out on my porch, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with those. Scoop this way. I just want you guys to see how this plates up really nice with all 4 of us. I'm going to scoop up some of this spinach and pile it on the top here. Look at that. That look nice. I think it's real pretty, actually, because you've got white pumpkin, you got the green spinach, you've got just a little bit here. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. And so there you go. No more pumpkin. Here's the top of the pumpkin. Isn't that cute? I don't know. I'm going to discard this. I don't have no special use for that. But look, I've got all my plates for my people, for my kiddos and Brian. And they can add the crunchy bacon bits or the crunchy onion. Of course, I know they probably won't add the onion. But I tried both and it's really good. Well, that looks like that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys try this white pumpkin with cream spinach. It was so delicious. Now I just got to finish it up. Thank you, you guys.